Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrible General Health System's Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda.
I'd like to tell you here at HTV with Coach Don Rodrigue, Coach Rod, man, it's we almost in Antarctica, huh? It's pretty cool today. What is 95 instead of 98 of yesterday?
You know something? It wasn't as hot as yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning was hot.
It's heat. We're in South Louisiana. The coaches know it. The players know it. We fight through it. We get it done. If we have any difficulties, we got Thibodeau regional guys that take care of all the medical conditions and hydration, and they have a wonderful crew. They have about 20 people out here hydrating the 600 campers and the 50 coaches.
Coach, you got involved heavily with this a couple years back, along with Coach Rod. Coach Kenny Farrow and Jesse Daigle kind of got out of this. They were the originators, the three.
Yep.
Pete's the last of the Mohicans, and then you got involved. You got to feel, man, a lot of joy, because as a coach for as long as you were, still be teaching kids at a position where if you had a bus and you told the kids, okay, I want all the quarterbacks and running backs, receivers, y'all go in that bus. Linemen, y'all go in here. Man, I could take them in the back of my Jeep, you know, because there's not a lot of guys that want to play line.
No.
But this is a techniques camp. There's no ball out here. I had a lady ask me yesterday about, well, where's the footballs? Honey, they don't need no footballs here.
Not for technique. And the mission statement of the camp is to take a young man, to get him more and better technique sound so he can go back to his high school and be more productive. And that's the statement of the camp. That's all we're trying to get you better as a technician. And this camp has been doing it in 1987. I've been involved with every camp, and we missed 1 year because of the pandemic. And in the late 90s and 2000, we used to break it down, and the weekend after 4th of July, go to Stephen F. Austin. We'd have 350 here and then 250 in Texas, and do it again. And we get some Louisiana coaches, a lot of Texas coaches, and a lot of them, they come here now. So we've got the campers are from Foxborough. We have 15 of them from Maryland. We've got Dallas. We got some from Arkansas. Of course, the majority of the campers are Louisiana guys, and in our local 2 or 3 hours, Lafayette. Loreauville High School, a AA high school, has 17. Their booster club writes one check for the whole thing. What commitment is that community making to their youth in their to come here and get coached by Kevin Mawai, All-Pro, Brendan Daly, Bear Clark, all these NFL guys, but our wonderful high school coaches from Louisiana, Texas, and Mississippi. I mean, what an investment. That's why I looked at, that's an investment for the community of Loreauville.
Okay, just think about it. The hub of the sports world for the next
7 days.
week is here in Thibodeau at Nicholls State with Louisiana Line Camp and then Manning Camp coming in. I mean, Rod, listen, I'd have never dreamed that years ago. Never.
Not when we started the camp in 87 with under 100 campers and 10 coaches. And you know, the three guys, Jesse, Pete, and Kenny, they had LSU in their name. And it grew. Within 3 years, we over 200, 250. And then within 5 years, we knock on the door on 300 and just continually grew.
And now you're over 620.
In 85, we had 385. I mean, excuse me. In 2018, we had 385. In 2019, we had 525. Why did we make that jump? I don't know. Of course, in 20, there was no camp. In 21, we have 600. We had 22, we had 600 again. And we have, you know, we house our coaches, we feed them. We have visiting coaches. They bring campers. They might bring 8 or 10. As a camp, we invest in, we put them in a dorm room. We feed them. So I guess you could say around about we were spending $1 to make 2.
Right.
And it's an investment on our part that we do as a camp to make it grow. And right now, I'm trying to get Nicholls to give me a few more beds. I had to take some of our coaches. I've got them in the motel. I got 14 coaches in the motel because I ran out of beds at Nicholls.
That's amazing. But it's great to see for our community to have it here. It shows a lot of attention. And for a lot of these young men, it's the first time they visit the Nicholls State campus. first time they visit, and they get an opportunity. This really helps Nicholls State and Tim Rebo also.
Well, I mean, I talk to a lot of the parents. A lot of them bring them in and they stay and they're sitting under the trees and they're in that chair. And I go to them and I said, what made you come to the camp? Well, my coach recommended, something like that. We heard of it. I went online and I found it. And when they get to the campus, and they says, oh, they can walk to everywhere they can go. I said, I tell them the town is about 25, 30,000. And we got good food, good music, and we got great education at Nicholls, and it's a good marriage for the camp.
No question.
No question. People of the university have talked to us, or we've researched to go to other campuses, but there's no campus we can go to where the practice field, the cafeteria, the dorms, it's all walking distance. I mean, we don't have to put them in a bus, and that's an asset that
important.
we can. And a lot of people says, well, are you going to move the camp to the Manning fields? I says, if they can take all these oak trees surrounding our practice field, I'll go. But if not, we're not moving the camp to the Manning fields because of the oak trees.
Yeah, it gives us a little bit of shade. Coach, thanks so much for joining us, man. We really appreciate it. You've been a big part of this, and we can't thank you enough for highlighting, not only Lafourche, but also all across tech. You coached, in the Terrebonne area at Vanderbilt,
HL, Booth, so only 40 years.
Only 40 years. So we really thank you. Can't thank you enough for everything you've done.
Thank you, Mike.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, HTV.